Alright, Hades video number five. Yeah. This time we're going to do aspect of Gilgamesh. It's probably my favorite aspect on my favorite weapon, so I guess it's my favorite aspect. Yeah. It's a pretty interesting one in that you get these bonus dashes. So first thing that we're going to do after grabbing Gilgamesh is go to our mirror, switch ourselves to Ruthless Reflex. It's given us a big damage boost on a weapon that already does high damage, and the fact that we're losing out on one of those dashes from Greater Reflex doesn't matter because we've got 3 free dashes from Gilgamesh. They're slightly shorter, but 4 dashes versus 5 dashes, it's hardly a difference. So this weapon is absolutely made to run Ruthless Reflex. For heat, this is our gun heat, which is pretty high, so we got to dial this back. Let's pass on the old forced overtime. That's a bit much for me. But we still need, what, 2 more heat? So what are we going to grab here? They do a lot of damage, so I'm not necessarily opposed to grabbing Calisthenics Program. I try to avoid lasting consequences at all costs. Convenience fee is not so bad, and I'm certainly considering that as well. I mean, yeah, ultimately convenience fee, you know, if you just don't go to shops, it's not costing you much. So yeah, let's forget about Calisthenics Program. Let's just make our shops expensive and just try and avoid them, if at all possible. We're definitely in Golden Touch, yeah. So we'll be mostly just carrying money through the areas if we can, and ending up with a big stack in sticks to hopefully be able to buy a few juicy things even at a big markup. So let's get to it. Hell yeah, that sounds awesome, dude. Alright, starting with a hammer. Always nice because it means you know where your build is going. Okay, so explosive upper is real nice for Gilgamesh since your dash upper is such a core part of your build. Getting it in an area is really nice. Rending claws is also really nice. Means you're getting a plus 50% damage boost on your dash upper rather than the 25%. Basically, what the dash special gives things a debuff, as you can see on the right side of the screen, where they do more damage, but they take more damage as well. Either one of these is really very nice. Concentrated Knuckle is much better on the regular fists than it is on Gilgamesh because the regular fists attack a lot faster. So pretty much comes down to one of these. I've done a lot of runs with Explosive Upper, but on the other hand, it makes life so much easier. So yeah, we're going to take Explosive Upper. And, you know, we'd be very happy to see that other one in our second hammer if we do happen to see it, or maybe we'll see something else. So you can see it doesn't really matter here with the enemies having so little health, but your game plan with Gilgamesh is open up with that dash upper, then get a couple hits in before they can strike back and use that damage buff that you've given them from the main. A lot of the time, since it does have that delayed damage at the end of it, when the debuff ends, you can get a couple hits in and then run away before they have a chance to strike back. So the main will just finish them off, no problem. Alrighty, he has got Flood Shot for us at common. He's also got Tidal Dash for us at rare. Tidal Dash I rate pretty highly, even at level 1. It does a lot of damage, and if you level that up, it does a whole lot. Especially if you end up in Zeus and get a Sea Storm on there, that's just it's really outrageous. Dionysus here, we're hoping to maybe see a trippy shot. It's a really nice cast, and if we're already hoping to get Zeus to boost up our dash with Sea Storm, Zeus also has a great duo with trippy shot. So let's see what we get here. Alright, no trippy shot. We're getting hangover on our special, which is not ideal since we're since the dash upper only does one hit. The regular upper does 2 hits, but we're not really ever going to be doing that. We've got big damage on our fists, so, and it's, you know, relatively slow attacking, so Drunken Strike's an absolute no-go. After party, we don't really want to be there either, so we're going to hit the reroll button and see what else we can see. Okay, now this is what we're talking about. Strong drink this early in the run, especially epic rarity. This is going to turn into, at minimum, 20% damage boost, since we're going to see at least 3 fountains. Sorry, we're going to see at least 4 fountains. Hang on. Yeah, 4. We're going to see at least 4 fountains plus however many we see in the middle of Tartarus, Asphodel, and Elysium. So just a 20% damage up. Even putting aside the full heal, which is pretty nice too. Not at all upset about that. When it comes to the choice between the Pom and the Heart, we're getting Pom value already off of our keepsakes, so we'll not worry too much about the Pom. We'll get a bit more health, because I mean, you're never unhappy to get more health. I mean, what's your worst case scenario there? Oh, you've got so much health that Hades can't even kill one of your Death Defiances, and you don't get value on all your Death Defiances. What a fucking tragedy, right? Okay, and yep, that shop is absolutely nothing for us. We are gonna keep taking that health. I would like to get something nice on our car sooner rather than later. One of the real dangers of fists is your range capability are really at an all-time low compared to the other weapons. Like, if you compare to like sword, you wouldn't think of sword as a ranged weapon, but your special is so big that it basically counts as a ranged weapon. Like, you can use that special to take out flame wheels in Elysium. So by that standard, it's a ranged weapon in my books. Really, the fists are the only melee weapon in the game if you want to get cute with definitions, and I do. Taking a couple hits here on the slam dancers, but nothing we're too worried about. It's not like we've got lasting consequences on. Alright, fingers crossed here for a trippy shot, and look, purple trippy shot, you'll love to see it. Moving on, getting a bit more darkness, which does not thrill us, but, it's a bit of health. Yeah, with like I said before, with these non-gold room rewards, what we're looking for is just keys. Keys will give us more rerolls, they'll improve our build. Alright, coin that only has half the spending power versus 2 boons. Not a hard choice there. Let's grab this pot so we don't forget later. Okay, who am I going to fight here? Fighting Poseidon is a bastard, so let's grab him first. Okay, none of these really excite us. We're in Poseidon and Dionysus. If we roll into exclusive access here to make all of our future boons epic, that would just be incredible. This early in the run, I don't see Breaking Wave being great for us here. We're in Poseidon Dash, which isn't the most kind of tactical of places to have Poseidon, so we're not really seeing us getting a lot of value out of Breaking Wave. So yeah, not thrilled about any of these. Going to hit that reroll. Okay, Tempest Strike. It's a reasonable damage boost. Otherwise, we could look at Wave Pounding to make our dash do more damage against bosses. So the question is, do we want to hold out and see if we can do better with our attack than Tempest Strike? I think what we do want to do is end up in Zeus and definitely try and grab that Sea Storm here. So we will grab Tempest Strike, because that means that if we do get that Sea Storm, we're getting lightning bolts on both our attack and on our dash, and that's just a lot of damage. So we will, without a doubt, be grabbing the Thunder Signet as our keepsake going into Asphodel. Oh, we've got Trippy Shot now, don't we? So we can use that to pretty good advantage. Okay, so oh my goodness, yeah, we're getting the Dio boons that you want early here. This is really great to see. So now the blue room rewards that we're looking for are nectars rather than keys. Got a chaos room here, which could be interesting. Is that competing against that's competing against gold? So we'll have to see gold laurels. We'll have to see how that goes. I think this build is looking like a kind of getting damage from a lot of different flexible places, so we're not necessarily super invested in chaos. Like, yeah, like we could get attack damage from chaos, which would obviously be nice, but I don't think it's crucial since we're not in critical. So if we grab Athena here, we would probably be getting Athena special, because I think Zeus call is really what we want from Zeus. So if we do end up in Athena special, our duos are with Dio, calculated risk. That's a really good duo. The slower projectiles makes it so much easier to dodge Hades' skull attacks. Lightning Phalanx would be a duo for Zeus, so that's not relevant because we're not ending in Phalanx shot. And then our last one is Poseidon, which is unshakable metal. It's not a fantastic boon, but it's nice. And look, I've lost runs before to getting grabbed by those green pots in the Hades fight. So yeah, we certainly wouldn't be miserable seeing unshakable metal. Otherwise, we've got chaos here. We're on 77 health, but we got a bunch of boldies if we really need to use them. And I don't think we would be excited to have Athena on our special because it's not applying a status unless we get exposed in another Athena boon. So I think we will just give Athena a pass this run unless she happens to be particularly dedicated to coming back later. Okay, what have we got here? Dash strikes, bloodstones, and darkness rewards. Look, we've got an epic level 3 trippy shot, and I tend to try and avoid dash strikes just because the regular strikes do more damage. This would basically just bring our dash strikes up to parity with our regular strikes, so we're going to take the bloodstone here. 45% more foes as well is not a very threatening status. Ares, I think we would be pretty happy to see at this point. Getting Ares in our special is one of my favorite things to have in Gilgamesh because you're using it with about the right frequency. The Doom is landing while the maim effect is still active, and it's kind of a second effect that's doing the same thing as maim, where you can land it on them and then run away and have a bunch of damage go on them while you're off doing something else. So with any luck, we'll see. We'll almost certainly see special on Ares here, since there's only 2 slots left to fill. And with any luck, we'll see it as a pretty rare version. Going to lay out Boldy here just for a little bit more health. I'm not necessarily thinking that we're going to lose a Death Defiance here, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, and you know, we're going to have to get through all those charges sooner or later anyway, for the money it gives us. Alrighty. Okay, so we're seeing common special, but look, it still works for us. Still what we were looking for. Shop, again, not what we were looking for. Erebus coins, also not what we need, so we'll take the POM. Not checking the wells right now. There's not really anything we desperately need. Theoretically, I could be grabbing a Centaur Soul from there, but I think we're going to end up with enough health anyway. Okay, so this is interesting. Do we want to go harder into... All of these are pretty attractive options, to be honest. I'm not opposed to any one of these. I'm going to... Yeah, look, I really don't actually have a preference here. I'm actually just going to roll a dice. Alright, that's a 19. We'll hit the title dash. It was a D20 in case you were wondering. Oh, hey Sippy. Okay, we don't have any way to deal with these projectiles. Let's just chill out for a sec. Taking a few more hits here than we would like, but again, we're about to get a full refill from our Dionysus boon on the fountain, so I don't think we're gonna go so far as to lose a Death Defiance here. So as long as we just don't do anything real stupid, we will be fine. And there it is. I'll make it up to you later, Meg. Okay, so as promised, we are snap grabbing that Thunder Signet. Nothing we're going to need here from the shop, and we're not desperate to purge any of these lovely boons that we've got. Alright, so we're looking for Zeus Call, which is pretty much a foregone conclusion since it's the only slot we've got left open. After that, we're live in Zeus and Poseidon to grab that Sea Storm, which will really take our build to the next level here. Hermes, you're never going to be ungrateful to see. He's always got something for you. It's not always fantastic, but it's nothing you get from Hermes is really going to undermine you. So you certainly could do worse. And you know, if we're really lucky, we'll see like an epic Hermes attack or something, and then we'll. Hermes is pretty good, hey. Okay, so we're not seeing the attack boon, but we're seeing Side Hustle, and Side Hustle at the start of Tartarus. Even though our money's not worth a lot in this run, it'll still buy us something come Elysium or Styx. So happy to grab Side Hustle over those other boons which aren't doing much for us. Not seeing any keys here in our room rewards, but that's all right. I think this build is coming together just fine. Oh, speak of the devil, here's a key. This will be really nice to keep things safe going forwards, making sure we've got a little bit of wiggle room. Love to see that Side Hustle ticking up. That guy will not survive. Gilgamesh, I can imagine that among the weapons, Gilgamesh is probably one of the ones that gets punished hardest by running the forced overtime heat, since you're really quite dependent on being able to reliably dodge the guys that you're giving a damage buff to. Okay, we're looking at Hermes and Zeus. Since if we don't take Zeus, our Thunder Signet will still be live to force a Zeus next. I am kind of tempted to take the Hermes because getting an attack speed boost would be real nice, but it seems a little bit wobbly, so I'm just going to stick with the plan. Now, I do need to remember to use our tribute shots more, but they're a little bit awkward, especially against these guys that are always jumping around, so probably still won't be focusing on it too much. Let's try not to stand in the lava here. But yeah, I hope you can see here why Gilgamesh is one of my favourite aspects. You can just put out a frankly outrageous amount of damage if you put your mind to it. Okay, here's the Zeus Call, and to add whatever the opposite is of insult to injury, it's at epic rarity. So, very happy to see that. Slip into Ares here. Now that we're in Zeus and Ares, we are theoretically capable of landing a bit of the old vengeful mood, and as a close range weapon, that's going to be a real nice thing to get. We're really only going to be able to get Zeus and Ares vengeance boons here. I forgot that we're in middle management. This fight is a bit dicey with the legendary, or the elite soulstone, whatever it is. Kind of gives a gazillion invulnerable motherfuckers here to ruin our day, but we made it through all right. I know some people don't like the Barge of Death, but the non upgraded version of Barge of Death, I absolutely love it as a fight. It's got none of the things I hate about Asphodel. It's small and here's that Curse of Vengeance we were talking about. Yeah, it's small. It's got walls to smash people into. It's got no lava to step on. It's got no way to lose your bloodstones off somewhere and fuck off nowhere. So yeah, regular version of Barge of Death, I have no quarrel with. You can pop the regular soulstones in there pretty easily. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. Taking Tidal Dash definitely gives you a bit of grief in Asphodel, what with constantly knocking the guys away that you're trying to kill. It's a problem with Tidal Dash at all times, but in most places, you're never too far away from a wall, whereas here, you're often just knocking an enemy out onto lava that you don't really want to join them on. Okay, I think at this point we'll start putting a bit more into Tempest Strike. That is... yeah, I think we're very happy to see a little bit of Eurydice here. I don't even know what we want from her, because at this point what we're really fishing for is duos, and I don't think the rarity boost helps us there, so... I think if we just grab the Ambrosia Delight, whatever it's called. Yeah, if we grab the Ambrosia Delight, hopefully we'll get some nice upgrades. Fingers crossed. Dash and Call could certainly do worse than that. Okay, we're being forced into a shop here. We do have enough money at this point to actually buy something nice here, despite our upgraded costs though. And look at Zeus, which is as far as... and there's the Sea Storm. Okay, Static Discharge, we're definitely going to want one of those, though ideally we want it at higher rarity, so no quarrel with taking Sea Storm here. None at all. No need for a random POM at this point, especially not a double price random POM. Moving on to the Hydra. With a new Sea Storm, I don't anticipate this fight will take long at all. That's phase one. Yep, that's not where those are meant to go. Yeah, the old trippy shot on controller can be bit of a roulette sometimes, which is why I don't rate trippy shot quite as highly as some of my compatriots, but I certainly do still rate it highly. And if you can grab the Demeter duo with it, which stops it from being that weird mortar thing, just makes it basically like a hit scan attack, it's a gimme for the best cast. Assuming you're not in a build that's relying on sticking your bloodstones. Just things like exit wounds, obviously, but also stuff like Poseidon Aspect. Okay, so we've got our Zeus. We're kind of living the dream here. So we need our Ares Zeus duo. We need our Poseidon Zeus duo. We got our Poseidon Zeus duo. We need a Dio Zeus duo. We don't need our Poseidon Zeus duo. So yeah, really, what we want is to force more Zeus for those duos. But since we can't do that, Okay, and Poseidon and Ares. Poseidon Ares is nothing. Okay, I don't think forcing a god is going to do us much good here. Those guys are already in our pool. We'll get offered them. We'll have enough chances at those boons. So where else can we get value going into Elysium? Bone Hourglass is tempting, but our well items are expensive. We could just grab Chthonic Coin first, but since our prices are doubled, it doesn't do much for us. Okay, so I think we will grab a god keepsake then. We grabbed Curse of Vengeance already, which is really the thing that we would grab. Ares boon. Really what we just want is another shot at Thunder Signet. So maybe we actually just leave Thunder Signet on, even though we don't get the boon forced. That just gives us better rarity on the Zeus boons that we see. And since we want a higher rarity on our Jolted, and there are plenty of other Zeus boons that support lightning bolts that will help us out. We get double strike, we can get high voltage, and obviously static discharge for Jolted. Extra rarity on Zeus, I think, is really just the most value we're going to get out of a keepsake here. Okay, Heart versus Hermes. I think we've got more health in our future, so I'm going to grab Hermes. Because yeah, we've still got that Dio boon, so if we do see any more nectar, we're getting a big chunk of health from that. So yeah, I think we can afford to disrespect a Centaur Heart or two in favor of a chance at more damage potential. Where are the bad guys? Oh, here we are. I guess, I mean, they're the heroes of Elysium. They're not really the bad guys. Actually, no. The Achilles had a great big thing about, or maybe it was Hades had a great big thing about Elysium is not reserved for the good, it's reserved for the great, and it's very different. Okay, we don't need more dashes. Yeah, even though 10% attack speed is a lovely thing. Second hammer, very happy to see that. I certainly prefer it over some gold that only has half the buying power. Oh, you're probably hearing my my Facebook messages going off. I don't really know how screen capture software works. There's probably a way to have it only capture the audio of the window I'm recording rather than the whole system, but I'm certainly not doing it right now. Okay, so dash strike boost, dash strike armor boost. Yeah, this is nice. Any time that you can afford to just snap up one of those bonus damage against armor boons, it's just a lovely thing to have. It can just make certain encounters so much easier. Okay, so we're staring down the barrel of a shop, which we don't love, and Patroclus, which we also don't love because I mean, we don't need health or Cyclops Jerky right now when we're full up on Death Defiances. Let me see if there's a... Okay, there's no Centaur Soul in there. Okay, we're going to make an executive decision. We're going to talk to Patroclus because he's our friend. Oh, and Achilles is here. Oh my god. As soon as he's, like, stood up, Patroclus just got insanely hot. It's also extremely cute when Achilles calls him Pat. I love them. Okay, yeah, Hydrolite can fuck off. 10 encounters worth of big damage boost. Sounds great to me. Let's fuck up some champions. Alright, we're live for more duos with Zeus than with Ares, so let's hit Zeus. Zeus also, we haven't got the revenge effect on yet, whereas we do have it on Ares, so there's not really much else that we need from Ares. Okay, now he's done that. Let's get these out. Oh, I've got 4 bloodstones, don't I? From Chaos. Oh, I missed my dash special there. Let's see. There we go. shielded most of that, unfortunately, but that's okay. Oop, 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 oop. Okay, real good. That charge, I don't really have a super great methodology for avoiding it. Sometimes he just seems to not be willing to run in. I don't even know what killed him there. Oh, that was the maim, the damage from the maim ending. Works for me. What are we getting here again? Zeus? Yeah, alright. Alright, Scintillating Feast or Static Discharge. Okay, so we can... How greedy do we want to be? If we want to be conservative, we grab Static Discharge now. If we want to be ambitious, we grab Scintillating Feast and hope to see a purple Static Discharge later. I think we're going to be conservative here. Our build is doing great. No point in going for a slam dunk when we're already going to get a... I don't really know anything about basketball. We've already got a less good thing than a slam dunk, which is also going to... A slam dunk's actually good, because, like, you want to shoot from far away for a three-pointer, right? So does that mean a slam dunk is a one-pointer? Because that would mean, like, because a slam dunk, like, you're in the ring, where you're right next to the hoop, so you... I don't know anything about basketball. Sound off in the comments if you know anything about basketball, I guess. Because people say something's a slam dunk, and that's good, right? Like, if something's a slam dunk, then you did a good job. But it's the three-pointers that give you 3 points. Okay, Zeus and Ares. So neither of these are actually going to give us the duo, since you never got offered duos or legendaries in a trial room, in a double boon room. But what it does do is it narrows down the pools of both of them. Also gives us a shot at the Zeus Revenge. So later boons of either of these gods has a smaller pool. We got better odds. And look, here's that vengeance that we were talking about at purple rarity to boot. So yeah, slims down those pools, which means we're getting a better shot at the duos later. Alright. Get a bit of those trippy shots. I can't say I really understand the mechanics behind the stun that trippy shot does, but it seems to do a good enough job, and laying down 900 damage off a couple presses of the B button. Not going to protest. Okay, so let's take a look here. Purple Urge to Kill. Urge to Kill is not a especially powerful... it's not an especially powerful boon, but when you're looking at an epic rarity with 60% bonus damage, I'm not going to protest. We considered buying a Centaur Soul here, but there's no Centaur Souls, so... Moving on. Not really feeling like our resources are getting especially taxed here, so I think this run is a shoe-in for a pretty easy win. Is that the last guy? Yep, okay. So at this point, landing that Zeus legendary, since we're getting Zeus, we're getting bolt triggers on our dash, our call, and our attack. That'll give us big value. Poseidon at this point, is Poseidon worth anything? Let's check the old codex. Because at this point, it's a little bit late to be excited about getting exclusive access, which is the all boons are epic, because we've kind of got the boons we need and they're already at good rarity. So exclusive access doesn't do much for us. So yeah, there's no other duos we're hunting for. Okay, second wave is real though, because we've got Sea Storm, so second wave means that each thing is doubling our bolts. So yeah, I think we're going to pass up on the health on the off chance that we do manage to land second wave. Or, you know, get ourselves close to second wave. Shit, I forgot to check the prerequisites. I assumed that we're eligible for second wave, but I didn't actually check, so maybe I should have done that. Yeah, most of the legendaries I've got a pretty good idea on what you need to be eligible for them, but yeah, some of them I have not actually kind of paid attention to it. Just yeah, like second wave is one that I never really shoot for. I get offered it fairly frequently, but I've never actually, you know, gone out of my way to grab it. I guess this would be the first time I did. So in light of that, yeah, I don't really have a good idea of what you need for it, unlike something like fully loaded. Okay, well there's the exclusive access that we were just talking about not caring about. But on the other hand, we don't care about these, so look, we'll grab exclusive access, maybe we'll get... we already got our jolted, so that's nothing. But yeah, let me actually check what we do need for second wave, just in case I'm missing something important. Oh, okay, so you need one of the secondary boons on... Okay, so what we really want right now is actually Razor Shoals, because, yeah, we're actually not getting privileged status apart from our Doom effect, so... Yeah, okay, picking Poseidon is actually really important, because we need Razor Shoals to land privileged status. Okay, that is good info. And given we're doing a lot of knockback, Razor Shoals for that ruptured effect will be pretty legit. Maybe I should have checked those requirements before I grabbed the exclusive access, but I'm sure the exclusive access will do some work for us. Wait, why am I fighting Theseus? That's not how you play this video game. You play this video game by ignoring Theseus. Oh, don't shield it when I throw out my... Okay, we're gonna slow it down here. I'm being a little bit too cheeky. Oh, okay, we're definitely being a little bit too cheeky. We're dropping a Death Defiance there for, to be honest, no good reason. But I don't think that's the death knell of this run or anything. Just a bit of a wake-up call. Now we can deal with this dipshit in his new car. Wow. Yeah, see, this is why I don't necessarily love Trippy Shot as much as some, just because aiming it is... aiming it's a little bit wonky. Wow, I really shouldn't have randomly thrown out those bloodstones for no reason, huh? I could have been just melting him in his second stage. Okay, let's do him now. That should do the trick, I think. No, not quite. Okay. Definitely a messier heroes fight than we have had, but that's okay. We'll get topped up at the fountain, get another damage boost. What is the boost? Have we found any mid-chamber fountains yet? 15%. I guess we haven't. So yeah, I guess our strong drink is only going to be 20% bonus damage and full health when we fight Hades. What a tragedy. Okay, so looking at Hades, we are down a Death Defiance. Let's grab Lucky Tooth. You're never unhappy to have Lucky Tooth. Night Spindle. Ooh, Night Spindle's normally free since dropping Boulder gives you money, but it's not exactly free here. Yeah, given we've got that strong drink, so we're not worried about a hit point total going into the Hades fight, we're going to skip Night Spindle and see if that enables us to pick up something juicy in the Styx shop. Okay, so at this point, our high priority picks are Razor Shoals, and then if we can get it second wave, that's a lot of Ares that I'm pretty sure we don't care about at all. Okay, so we're not going to see the Poseidon legendary boon. Did we get Vengeful Mood yet? We did not. Okay, so from Zeus, we really want his legendary, so we're going to hit Ares first to hopefully get Vengeful Mood to take that out of the pool for Zeus, so we don't. So we got the biggest chance we can possibly get at landing that Zeus legendary boon, which does more lightning bolts whenever you hit people with lightning. In most of the intermediate Styx rooms, if you've got a flood dash or tidal dash, whatever it's called, that you've built around, you can kind of just dash around, and the room isn't anything. Throw out a couple of these for good measure. Would have been nice to grab the Dionysus boon that gives you damage resistance when you're standing in fog, but you can't win them all. Well, I did have one run where I pretty much won them all. I tweeted about it a couple weeks ago. But, you can't always win them all. Taking a lot of these poison darts. I should be making sure I'm focusing down these satyrs. Get them into fog so they're all stunned. Poison again. This is the I think this is probably my least favorite Styx room. These saw blades are not my favorite. Okay, no sign of the Impending Doom is nice. Blood Frenzy is also nice. Yeah, I think we're not getting that. Our Doom isn't upgraded at all, so Impending Doom isn't scaling it that much. So we're going to grab Blood Frenzy. That'll give us a big damage boost when we use our Death Defiances in Hades. And I've just realised all those Ares boons that I just dismissed in the shop are actually doing quite a lot for us, since they're giving us more shots at... There it is, Vengeful Mood. Okay, so we've landed that now, so we're very happy to now go into Zeus, who will hopefully be giving us whatever his legendary is called. Can't say I remember. Just Maximum Thunderfuck, that's probably what it's called. Okay, this does nothing for us since we've already got exclusive access. It would be funny if this could guarantee heroic boons if you're already guaranteed epic boons, but sadly it does not work that way. Life Essence we're not fussed about, because when we do find that fountain, it's boosting us up to full health, and I don't see us dropping a Death Defiance in any of the chambers here. Fingers crossed for no tiny vermin, but even then I think we'll be fine. Okay, a couple of these guys. But yeah, with any luck, this will just be the Satyr sack, and we will have no need to enter any more tunnels. Speak the devil. Okay, Scintillating Feast. So we didn't do it with the Zeus legendary, but I'm not complaining. Not complaining at all. Okay, no need for the anvil. We're very happy with our hammers. Can we afford the pom and little Ares? We can. Yes, I can do math. Okay, let's just grab our... yeah, let's grab our dash damage. That's just doing so much work. And what's Ares got for us? I keep thinking, oh, I'm being given all purple boons. Isn't that great? I forgot I've got exclusive access. I'm never going to get anything other than purples. Okay, Impending Doom is certainly something for us. Battle Rage, like I've said before, whenever I have it, I try and play around it, and it always just kind of fucks me up, except when I'm in Hestia. Dire Misfortune is doing nothing for us. We're not reapplying Doom, so Impending Doom, easy pick here. Going into Hades with 2 Death Defiances and Skelly, and a build that we are more than happy with. So yeah, this should be pretty comfortable. Oh, did not need to get hit by that. I just flubbed my my initial dash special. Okay, we're yeah, definitely flubbing a bit here, but we do enough damage that it's not going to matter. It's always sunny in the underworld. Well, not that, but getting a near miss there, so getting bonus damage from Ruthless Reflex, and capitalizing on that. Okay, we've got a fully charged God Gauge, so we'll wrap up this the end of this first Hades phase, no problem. Where'd you go? Alright, yeah, 3 Death Defiances. I honestly probably don't even need to dodge to finish this fight, but I'll just play it out normally. What are you doing going over there? What are you aiming at? Dropping a Death Defiance, but who gives a shit? Alrighty, and yeah, that's Gilgamesh. Hope you can see why it's one of my favorites. When you're just kind of putting out that much damage, even without any boon support, you can you've got a lot of breathing room to be patient and wait to make sure you can get the build that you want.